Hey, Coach, we are ready whenever you are.
Okay, let me get stuff here. All right, so the guys that didn't practice today were Rimmers. Darwin Thomas is sick, and then Darwin Thompson is sick, and then Damian Wilson didn't practice. So they're Darwin again. It's not COVID; it's just an illness, and then we'll see how he does here the next day or so. And then Rimmers again is getting better, but we'll wait and see how that all works out. Look forward to the challenge of playing the Saints. Good football team. We know that, well coached. Guys have had a good week of practice, and so again, we look forward to going down there for that challenge of playing against a heck of a football team. That time's yours.
First, Herbie TOP. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. Hope you get a chance to hit Clancy's or St. Lawrence this weekend in New Orleans. Two questions for you. The first one, Byron Pringle, obviously designated to return to practice. You got a good 3 weeks in him. Is he a candidate to potentially elevate from injured reserve on Saturday? And Brad, the second one after this.
Yeah, there's a chance. He did practice. He looked good. So, I let Beach handle all that. And in today's world, it's a day-to-day thing. So we'll just see how things go, here in the next day or so. We'll get it to you.
And the second one, Coach, obviously, I think the news broke as you guys were on the practice field, but it looks like Drew Brees will start Sunday against you guys. What does that do for your preparations, and what does it mean for the league that you guys will get to face Drew Brees?
Oh, well, he's a great player. I figured he would. I mean, I read somewhere that Taysom was in the special teams meeting, so I figured that Drew was probably healthy and ready to go. But we've got a ton of respect for both guys. But listen, Drew is a future Hall of Famer and well deserving, and he's tremendous for this league. He's tremendous for the position, and look forward to the challenge of playing against him. I mean, I've been there before with him, and he's a heck of a player. Had him in a couple Pro Bowls, so I've got to coach him firsthand, and he's a great player. Great attitude.
Next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Coach, just real quick, housekeeping. So Eric Fisher practiced today, just to confirm that?
He did, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Okay. When you have to move that offensive line around, I know you've had to do it a number of times. I know all the guys work different positions and everything, and you're going up against a team like this. Does that handcuff you a little bit on what you can or can't do, or do you just go out there and push as far as you can and pull back on game day?
Yeah, well, one of the good thing, if there is a good thing, but the way it's set up now is you can have these veteran players in on your practice squad, and so so you've got enough people here. I think it's kind of a neat deal. It's a little bit of a storage area, of farm system, whatever you want to call it, but it's good to have those guys, and we were able to bring a couple of those type of players in at different positions, and so it helps you in this type of situation. If Rimmers can't go, then we've got guys that have played in the league and can step in and play.
Let's go next to Sam McDepp. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy. The fourth down play on Sunday late in that game, I wanted to just more generally ask about fourth downs in general. What kind of discussion goes on, whether it's in the moment or during the week, to lead you to decide what to do in those spots?
Yeah, so Sam, we meet on it, but you've also got to have a feel during the game of what's going on. So that kind of came down to that play. I mean, it was something I wanted to do, and that's the direction we went. So we felt comfortable that we had enough good plays left where it fit into that situation and what we thought we might get there, and so we went with it, along with wanting to end it. Now we need to stay in bounds on it, and then the game's over, period. But the idea of going for it, to answer your question, was something we had talked about during the week, but it was also one I wanted to see at the moment.
We've got three left. We'll go right down the line, starting with Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron.
Coach, we know Brees is starting, but it kind of reminds me of last week where you talked about preparing for Fitzpatrick and Tua Tagovailoa. How do you prepare for a Swiss Army knife player, kind of like Taysom Hill, where he can be at quarterback one day and he can be at tight end the next day? And then secondly, who is kind of the scout team player in Kansas City that has kind of emulated him in practice?
Yeah, we've had a few guys do it. He's got a bunch of different things that he does, and he does well. So from throwing the ball to run the ball, he's one of their best special teams players, and he can. He's a threat, obviously, with the ball in his hand. So you got to, whether he's playing running back or wherever wide receiver, tight end, wherever they put him, slot. You got to be concerned and know where he's at for those. So talented. He's a talented kid and can do a lot of things. And I'm proud to say he's a BYU guy, but at the same time, we want to do well against him.
All right, guys, last two. We'll go Matt, Derek, and then Adam. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, specifically following up on Fisher, he's obviously been a kind of an Iron Man. He even tried to play through that poor muscle injury last year at first. What does it say just about his toughness, and how did he look today as far as being ready for Sunday and how much he can go?
Hey, he did a nice job today. I mean, we'll just see how he feels this evening and, into tomorrow. But he moved around good today, and he is a tough kid. I mean, he's very reliable, and that's been part of his career here. I mean, he's you can trust that he's going to do everything possible to be out there.
We'll go last to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Andy, I was going to ask you, first of all, how Fisher looked, but you answered that one. So just a question about Remmers. Does he have a chance to play Sunday? Are you going to list him as out?
He won't be listed as out. No, we're just letting it settle down, and we'll see how he feels here. But, right now he didn't practice today. So we're just letting that thing calm down, and we'll see how it goes. Okay.
Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yep.
All right, guys, we've got Willie Gay coming your way next. All right. Hey, Willie, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get started. We'll start first with Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Willie, we get you every once in a while. I was just wondering how you think your rookie season has gone so far, and in what ways do you think you still have room to grow here?
I think it's going great. I mean, you can hope for a lot as a rookie, man, but to win and win on the team with great vets, that's teaching me a lot, and with a great head coach and great coaches around me. I mean, of course it can get better, when we win the Super Bowl, but as of right now, man, it's going great. So.
Go next to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
You mentioned great vets. I know in the NBA it's a thing where they pair the rookies up with a vet. Is there a vet on this team that you're paired up with, or a guy that has taken you under his wing and showed you around?
No, I'm not paired up with anybody, man, but just for instance, my linebacker room, man, is like a room full of great people, man, and the older guys just teach me a lot, and I watch them every day, watch everything they do, and even D-line and safeties, just try to match their style, that's all.
We're going to go back to Pete Sweeney. I think you got a follow-up. Go ahead, Pete.
Thanks, Brad. Yeah, Willie, in what ways has maybe the coaching staff with Spags and Matt House identified, okay, we could see you growing in these potential areas, and then maybe we can get you out on the field a little bit more?
Really just, man, just put me in where I'm comfortable, and it's not my decision. Of course, it's theirs, but really just finding the role for me in every week, and depending on what a team likes to do, my role may increase, my role may decrease, So, man, they've been doing a real good job of getting me in, whenever. So.
Go next to Seren Petra. Go ahead, Seren.
Well, I'm curious what you think Taysom Hill when you see him on tape and that style. The fact that the report coming out today, Drew Brees is going to play, so he's going to be back. Kind of as that wild card role. Is he a guy that has to be identified every time he comes on the field?
Well, Taysom, of course, man, everybody knows he can do a lot on the field, from special teams, tight end, receiver, running back, wildcat quarterback. So it's somebody when he plays, you have to game plan for. And of course, Drew Brees, man, he's somebody who can pick you apart on defense. So we prepare for it all, man. So we're ready and we know what we got ahead. So.
Got two more hands up. We'll go Nate and then Herbie. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Brad, I have two questions for Willie. First, Willie, when you watch yourself last week against the Dolphins, what do you see where you can tell that you've improved from maybe when, opening night when you were just starting to get, some looks on the defense, and then Brad, I'll have a follow-up?
One thing I can say I've got better at, man, is my eyes. It's slowing down a lot for me. I can say that, because, man, like – just the first few weeks, man, everything was like this, but now I can see when guys pull, I can see just things happen in front of me, and then I can react. So that's one of the things for sure.
Yeah. And then secondly, a lot of people forget that obviously you play special teams. You were with the group that obviously helped McCole get in the end zone. What's it been like for you to balance, maybe an increased role on defense, but obviously still being a plus player on special teams?
Man, being on special teams is just a plus, I get my defensive snaps and then get on special teams and score touchdowns, it's fun, man, so, just being on those and in that role is nice.
And we'll go last to Herbie T.O.P. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Willie. Relative to the defensive scheme and everything that Steve Spagnuolo asked of his linebackers and all the players, what do you think is the biggest thing that you've missed out on mentally and physically from not having OTAs and, an abbreviated training camp?
Just reps, basically. Of course, everyone say it, without OTAs and all that extra stuff, man, you miss out on 100+ reps, so that's really all I can say. Repetition is big in today's league. So, man, that's really what it is.
Willie, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Sure, thank you.
All right, guys, we've got Clyde coming your way next. All right. Hey, Clyde, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. We will get started, and we'll start first with Steve Walls. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, what's happening, Clyde? so many current players, former and current players, that talk about that infamous rookie wall. Has there been a point in this season where you feel like, man, might be hitting a wall? And if not, what's been the main key that helped you keep your mind and body right for week to week?
Man, it's funny that you say that. I was talking, Le'Veon and I was talking about it actually today at practice, and he was just saying, just kind of brought it up. I'm like, man, I really don't feel like, I would hit a rookie wall. I think it's more of a mental thing, man. I think it's more of how everybody else gets in your head. I'm here playing football. As far as a rookie wall, I guess it's just like, I got hit with a lot of stuff, early on at first, and they saw that I can take it all in, and man, I done been in lots, other pressured moments, and just a long seasons. I just don't feel like I'm, going to hit a rookie wall. Or feel like I, haven't hit one yet. So good.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Good, Pete.
Brad, if you don't mind, I have the quick one after this. What does it mean to you to be going down to New Orleans to play this weekend?
It means everything. It started my college career. First game against BYU. I won a national championship there. Also won a high school championship there. So, the Superdome is close to me, but it's not like I'm going to Baton Rouge. I'm still an hour, hour 15 minutes away from home. So it's pretty cool. But it's a stadium that I've been in. So that's about it.
And then you'd mentioned Le'Veon Bell. He's been on the team for a while now. What do you think maybe you've learned from Lev that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten had the Chiefs not made the move to go get him?
It was, as like I talked about before when he came in, and just really just picking up knowledge. He's been in the league for 8 years, so anything that he can give me on the field, off the field. I mean, we're in the same room, so it's not like we're not talking to each other. So I mean, we talk more than often. So that's about it. Anything I can pick up from him, I'm picking his brain.
Go next to Sam Dale. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Clyde, what's up, man?
What's up?
We talked about your family being close. I mean, this was probably a game pre-COVID times where I'm sure you'd have a bunch of family members in attendance. I'm wondering if you actually were able to secure any tickets given their limited attendance, and if you have any plans at all to be able to see your family given the COVID restrictions.
Dealing with the COVID restrictions, I'm not planning on seeing my family after the game or before. I'm going there to handle business. I'm going there to play football. It's COVID times. My little sister has muscular dystrophy. Not really going out my way to try to get tickets. For the ones that I can get, I'll look out for some of my family members. But just being all up on tickets and everything else is not a priority for me right now.
Got 3 left. We'll go right down the line, starting with Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron.
Kind of a two-parter for you since you're returning home. I'm wondering who has the best and worst gritty on the team, this popular dance.
Best, by far, I'll say me. Worst, I mean, not too many people hit the gritty, but on the team I try, but I'll have to go with worst, McCole.
And then since you are returning home, you talked about it a little bit earlier, but what memories kind of come back when you see the Superdome or when you're going to be driving in? What's the first thing that comes to mind that you're going to think
about? Just the past 3 games that I had, my winning a national championship there, having my first college game there, and then, winning a high school championship there.
Go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Clyde, I just wanted to get an update on where you feel like you've improved the most, whether it's with your eyes or just going through the technique better when it comes to pass protecting out of the backfield.
Honestly, I'll probably say neither of those. I would say mainly just being able to pick up. I just don't want to say like NFL terminology or the things that we do the things that we do on the field, but as far as how things, how quick things happen on the field, just understanding and reading things quicker is, I feel like, are the things that I improved on the most.
Go last to Sarin Petra. Go ahead, Sarin.
Brad, I'll have a quick follow-up to this. Just on that subject of what you were just talking about there, Clyde, about kind of reading things faster. Guys talk about the game slowing down for you. What, as a running back, what does that enable you to do, right? Like when you see it faster, how much does that help you as far as when you have the ball in your hands?
Well, really, having the ball in my hands is after that is pretty much reactionary. But I would say, just having reads and stuff, knowing what blocks are going to happen, knowing who's going to be the unblocked defender, things that a running back should think of. Those are the things that help me, slow things down. But once the ball in my hand, man, it's I'm playing ball. I'm just Clyde.
Right. And Coach Reid, I know, spreads the ball all around, right? Any given day, anybody might have a big day. You've had a number of days that it was your big day. What I'm curious about is, do you kind of know that going into the week, right? I mean, I'm sure he's got a package for everything and, everybody, no matter what. So, but do you know, like, the days you've had big days, like, hey, he comes to you and says, this is going to be your day. Because the mismatch is you, and we're going to feed you, or is it just something that you head out there every day? You don't know. It might be your day to star. It might be somebody else's day to star.
It's another funny thing. I was talking with Le'Veon yesterday, and we were talking about how you can literally call the same play, and the defense can call the same play over and over again, and you will get a different, reaction every time. And I've been told, going into games, not just in the NFL, but I've been told, this game might be your game, and then I end up probably not getting a touch, or, going into a game and they telling me, it's supposed to be a game going this way, and it's, the complete opposite. So that's what I love about football. You can't. Everybody tries to do their thing on dictating what's going on, but the only person that can dictate is the football gods. So that's all I do. I roll.
All right, we appreciate the time. Thank you for joining us.
Sir, thank you.
All right, guys, that is it for today. I will be right back if you need anything. If not, I'll see you